in on a ship, taken as a slave. You said we were the ones who were depraved, but it was you took us on the good ship, Jesus, which you told me was my Savior. But my Savior is Yahushua HaMashiach, the one who died for me. Didn't want us to find out who we are. Didn't want us to know who we are. You didn't want us to see who we are. That we are the chosen ones. You didn't want us to find out who we are. You didn't want us to know who we are. You didn't want us to see who we are. So you lied to us. You took our name from us, stole our identity, stole our language. You didn't want us to write or read. Now our eyes are wide open and we can see. Shot us, killed us, raped us, robbed us, sold us into slavery, threw us into the Atlantic, left us for dead, drug us behind the horses and flogged us, even raped our men. Breaking sex farm, lynched us and forced us to breastfeed your babies, not to mention the devil's punch bowl, which you tried to erase from history. Everything we learned, we must unlearn, for the truth will set you free. Come on out of the slave mentality. We are not a religion, but a nation. Royal priesthood, God's special possession that you may declare the praises of Him who brought you out of darkness into His marvelous light. You didn't want us to find out who we are. You didn't want us to know who we are. You didn't want us to see who we are. That we are the chosen ones. You didn't want us to find out who we are. You didn't want us to know who we are. You didn't want us to see who we are. That we are the chosen
All right, shalom, family. Let me show my face. Shalom, family. That's what I wore to work today. You see, pretty straightforward. Nevertheless, this is something we need to be wary of. We need to warn our young sons, because this is a repetitive thing. It's continuous. It's ongoing, and it goes way back to slavery. All right. The Black Boogey Man. I saw this on hold on. Let me share my screen. I saw this on the on Black Media, and I kind of got triggered, but that's a good thing. I got triggered. I didn't get upset, infuriated, fighting mad, want to go harm nobody. I'm gonna harm these devils. I'm gonna expose the lies. You see that? This is supposed to be a liberal. That's why when I show videos from that Undisputed, I tell you that it's a left wing. It ain't. They have an agenda. What I'm saying, my agenda is to serve the Most High and protect our people. That's my agenda. Okay, I ain't worried about no other nation. All right, but nevertheless, y'all see what it says. You know, as you know, people are fighting for their right to kill their child. Even though, you know, I was gone out there, I never could see trying to have a talk. One of my exes into killing the children. I never could see that. I'm just gonna have to pay the child support. You know, I'm just gonna have to. I never could see that. But nevertheless, if you've done that, just don't do it no more. Go and sin no more. But look, I wonder how these white supremacist lawmakers would feel if their little white daughters were raped and impregnated by black men. Now, those of you who are familiar with history, shalom, everybody in the chat. Those of you who are familiar with history, why is this last statement dangerous? Why is this last statement dangerous? Raped and impregnated by black men. Why is this last statement dangerous? I'm gonna wait. Why is it dangerous? Nobody? All right. Let me do a sound check. Nobody? Okay. All right. I'm going to show y'all why it's dangerous then. I guess I'm doing the right video. All right. Okay. No problem. Some of y'all shy. That's all right. I used to be shy, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I used to be quiet and shy. All right. Let me see here. Now, how many of y'all familiar? Well, to make a long story, make a long historical fact. I'm not gonna call it a story. Short. That's a white woman hollering rape, and historically that's been bad for black men in black towns. Look at Black Wall Street. White woman, town destroyed. Look at Rosewood. White woman hollering rape. Everybody got to die because this heifer hollering rape. Look at Emmett Till. She said he touched her. He dead. They come out with an Emmett Till bill and ain't locked nobody up for the murder of Emmett Till. Okay? All right. It's all right. But look, this is y'all see the title down there? Y'all see this is the first birth of a nation. This is the Klan. The Klan was recruited heavily following this movie. Hold on. The Klan was recruited heavily. This ain't nothing but black stereotypes. Let me show you. Let me see. Let me see. Everything is bad. Every time you see a negative image of black folks, it's bad. I wanted to show you where they're making laws. Let me see. Look at this. Look at this. Now, if the Klan is the heroes, and they are historically terrorists and murderers, mass murderers of our people, then you know this is propaganda. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Shalom, dark-skinned brother. Let me see if I got the volume up. I guess ain't no sound. I thought they was in Congress. Anyway, you see people in Congress, they drinking. They drink, you know, black folks, we just drink it. We don't take life seriously. That ain't Congress. But anyway, let me get over here to the get on with the get on. Let me get on with the get on. What I'm trying to say is beware of these white stereotypes. Right here. This is white folks. This is white folks projecting rape projecting black men doing the raping. Okay, we historically know who the real criminals are. All you got to do is turn on Snaps, turn on these murder, these murder shows, these forensic shows. Yeah, you got a few of us in there, but it's mostly them. Let me get on into it. Let me see what it said. I'm just gonna speed forward, fast forward. But yeah, it got the black man chasing the white woman. All right. Ain't no sound. Look. That's a white man in blackface pretending to be a black man that's coming to rape him. Look how they got him looking like a zombie or a devil or something. This is propaganda. Back in 1915. The Klan was born in 1865. And it's still kicking around. Right after they lost the Civil War, the Klan was created the same year. I'm gonna let it play. Here it is. Y'all pay attention. Look how they got him looking. Like we can't wait to just go after they women. That might be some of us. But anyway, she'd rather jump off a cliff because this so-called figment of white people's imagination. Anyway, they start painting black men as rapists that's going to go after their women and going to take over everything. Meanwhile, they created the Klan. You have to know what's been done to understand what they're doing. Okay? All right, let me move on. All right. Y'all remember when they see us, right? Y'all remember when they see us? Them guys, them young boys railroaded for a rape they didn't commit. Okay. I just want y'all, these young boys, they don't care. Let me keep going. All right. White teenage girl lied about being raped and kidnapped by 3 black men. Now, let me be clear. I'm not caping for no sexual predators and perverts. That ain't what I'm doing. I want you to see the propaganda when they got a gun aimed at everybody. When they got a big nuclear bomb set to go off in the proximity of black folks. Case in point, if they can get Bill Cosby with no DNA evidence, just the word of some crackheads, some drug addicts, some known whores. If they were good enough to get somebody locked up, what you think they can do to me? Somebody just lie on me. They don't like what I'm saying. See, that's what that was about. It wasn't about us protecting a rapist. It was about they doing too much. Okay, while they were doing that on Bill Cosby, this was also what was going on. Hold on. Where is it at? Hollywood, where is it at? I got it here. Just hold on. Hollywood had a gang of rapists going on right here. All these at the same time, they were going out to Bill Cosby. Look at all these white men. Just look. They ignoring all them. Look. What I'm saying, if you're gonna get all of them. Oh, look. You ain't heard nothing about them though. What about Charlie Sheen? Admittedly, on camera, I saw the news clip myself. Giving women HIV. Admittedly, giving it to them. But yet his show's still up. Ain't went nowhere. Nothing. But the black man is the boogeyman. Now, let me say this again for those that's slow. If you did it, I believe you should pay. In some cases, I believe your stuff should be cut off. That's just me. If you get, in some cases, but you know, if you prove dead to the right, you can't stop, and you messing with little kids. But anyway, that's just me. But all right, let me see here. All right, lied about being gang raped by 3 black men. This come out in 2016, I believe. But nevertheless, let me move on. I'm just showing y'all the dangers of these lies. Like I said, black towns getting burnt down. Stuff like that. All right. Now, here go you some rapists right here. He going around raping folks. It's some more. What's his name? What's this guy's name? What is this guy's name? What is this guy? Brock Turner, I believe. Brock Turner. Y'all ought to heard that name. Brock Turner. Let me just read his father. Let me go over here. Brock Turner, okay. As it stands now, Brock's life has been deeply altered forever. Now, forget about the person he raped. It's the word about the inconvenience of the Mazungos. By the events of January 16, 17, and 18. But anyway, they turned the perpetrator into the victim. Ain't that what they not do to us? I fear for my life. Here's another one. Police officer. What year was this? Here's some more. Look at what they getting. House arrest. Not guilty. And they got a history of raping. They built this country on rape. All right. Let me see what this says. Let me show a little video. Let me see what this says. Y'all remember Central Park 5? When they see us?
I knew that this famous person calling for us to die was very serious.
He surely being polite with his word. I'd have called him a white supremacist. That's what I would have called him. He talking about Trump. Oh, yeah, let me go back.
You better believe that I hate the people that took this girl and raped her brutally. You better believe it.
The vicious rape and beating of a 30-year-old investment banker, Trisha Miley, who was jogging in Central Park last night. 5 youths are in custody and are being questioned. The youngest is only 13.
Trump put his money where his mouth is by taking out this full-page ad in 4 New York City newspapers. Bring back the death penalty.
Okay, even if they did rape her, they're not putting white people to death. What this does is bleed over into something else. You get death penalty for crack. You get the death penalty for something else. That's what happens. They bleed that bleeds over into something else. It just so happened though They need black bodies in prison. They need black bodies in prison. You're worth more alive in there working for these corporations, saving them billions of dollars. That's how that works.
First saw this ad that Donald Trump made, I knew that this famous person calling for us to die was very serious.
5 teens between the ages of 15 and 17 were charged with numerous rape, sodomy, and assault counts.
In 1989, myself and 4 other individuals were arrested and falsely accused of raping the Central Park jogger in a case that became widely known as the Central Park jogger case. We became known as the Central Park Five. In 2002, we would finally be innocent after the real perpetrator came forward, and that was confirmed by DNA evidence.
All of the defendants.
They had DNA evidence. Listen, y'all, some of y'all ain't catching this. See, I've been doing this for a while, so I'm pretty much trained. They had DNA evidence. They had them in custody. The DNA didn't match none of the ones they had in custody, but they still sitting in prison. Your black bodies is worth billions of dollars to white slave owners called corporations. Let me play that back for you. They had DNA. This is my first time. I didn't listen to this before the video. I just saw it, but I'm listening to it with y'all.
As the Central Park Five. In 2002, we would finally be innocent after the real perpetrator came forward, and that was confirmed by DNA evidence.
All of the defendants gave videotaped statements to police implicating themselves or others, but some of their attorneys charged today that police obtained the confessions by force.
People wanted to see how the justice system would work. And so they were looking at this case as a litmus test to see whether the justice system would actually be just or not. And it became very clear that there was this huge black and white kind of thing. These black and brown individuals had raped a white woman in Central Park. That was the worst thing that anyone could have ever done.
What are you afraid of for our city?
It's racism. I'm hoping it doesn't break out into another racism thing like back in the 60s.
There are other worse things that are happening in the city. And when it happened to a black, they never do the media's never here.
You know, back in 1989, you know, there was a huge divide when you think about
like this,
the
so she's
haves
small.
and the have-nots, the tale of two cities of sorts.
Most people know why this man is too famous.
In May of 1989, Donald Trump read an ad that ran in all of the major newspapers. In this ad, he basically was saying, bring back the death penalty. Bring back our police. Common citizens were not given the opportunity to make their own judgments. Common citizens were being manipulated and swayed into believing that we were guilty.
Propaganda.
The simple premise was
Propaganda.
that if your name was in the paper, if you look like a criminal because of the color of your skin, well, you have to be guilty. So Donald Trump, he was the fire starter, I would say. Because when you think about going to jail for a crime that you didn't commit, 1 day in jail is too long.
Yep.
When we won the lawsuit, his stance was that we pulled off the biggest heist in New York City's history. But to see that he has not changed his position of being a hateful person.
Stop trying to worry about what the enemy thinks. Stop worrying about how they feel, and stop worrying about them changing. Just let your light shine and you do what's according to scripture. Don't be surprised when these devils keep being a devil.
See that he has not changed his position of inciting people. See that he's still the same person, and in many ways he's perfected his sense of being that number one inciter. What would this country look like with Donald Trump as being the president? That's a scary thing. That is a very scary thing. What would...
One thing about it, I'm not afraid, especially when the white supremacist let you know he a white supremacist, you know you got to watch him. He telling you I'm a snake. Hey, I'm a snake. But the Democrats, they don't tell you they a snake. They just slip up behind you with some kind of slick law and bite you. You start dying from the venom they just injected into you. 3 strikes law, Democrats. Okay, the reason why your police is militarized, Democrats. Okay, what's that? What that law Obama passed? Blue Lives Matter bill. Obama. Democrats. See, they doing their stuff and we don't see them because we think because they're not saying, "Hey, I'm a snake. I'm a snake." What you want them to? No, some of these devils just they gonna slide. They deal in stealth.
The world do in response to that? Man, I can't even imagine.
You worry about no white supremacist devil. All right. Okay. Now, how many of y'all was aware of this? White women own slaves. How many of y'all was aware of this? What does this mean? Okay, if white women own slaves, do you think she contributing to the rape culture? I just want to hear y'all see where y'all at. Y'all think she contributed to the rape culture? It's okay if you don't. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's right, y'all. Who was king? Yeah, they contributed. Okay, let me show you this. Let me see here some images. Forcing black women to breastfeed her children. So she had to keep the black woman pregnant to feed her children. But let me read some of this. A massive overlooked role of female slave owner. Massive. So this wasn't an anomaly. Yeah, that too. I just saw that article. Child of Light of the Most High. Let me see if I got that. Yeah, she raping black men. Yeah, well, let me get back over here on point. Let's see right here. All right. Yeah, George Washington did inherit his wife's slave. So George Washington's wife had slave. That's right. See, Martha had more slaves than George. So what that tell you? That tell you about this Mzungu woman? What does that tell you? She outdid George. Okay. But anyway, here go a book you can read. They were her property. Let me see what it do. No books found. Yale hit it. Ain't that something? It can't. Maybe it might be my block up. Might be my block up. But y'all see what it is. Let me go back and see what else I got over here. I was doing a little research today. A lot of Jews own slaves. They were running the doggone Confederates. But that's a topic for another day. Y'all see what it is. Let me get on to the topic of orchestrating rapes on the black woman. Let me see here. I've showed this article a couple times. Y'all read this. Forced to breastfeed white babies. I think I'll go over it again. It's some meat in here. Might well take my time. Okay. Slave trade brought many advantages to Western societies. Psalms 2 and 8. Why do the heathen rage? Let me see. Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I will give you the nations for your inheritance, and the ends of the earth for your possession. Yeah, that coincide with that Ezra. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is it which followed. That coincide with what's that? Ezra. Yeah. They know their time up. I'm thinking about doing one about the land that we missing. I'm thinking. Or one about the why they flooding all these people in here. Dominant. But anyway, let me keep going. All right. The main duty of slave work was on plantation was to increase productivity. Same thing in prison. Slave often worked long, tedious hours. Let me see. Let me get to the crooks. After a while, the duties of slaves extended to domestic work, and female slave became of high value. Hallelujah. Yahuwah's kingdom. All right. Female slaves were taken into the homes of the masters to serve their mistresses, cook, clean, and wash for them. I know what I am going to do. I'm going to do a video about the biblical servitude and what they done. What they done ain't in the Bible, and they're going to be judged for it. It ain't in there. That's what I'm going to do. It might take me a few weeks to go through the Torah, go through the Bible, and listen. It's even in the New Testament. Don't mistreat your servants. So they burn on both books. If they don't like the Old Testament, they can go to the New Testament. They burn in that book. All right, but let me move. Let me go. Let me see here. But anyway, their baby was dying. Their baby was dying. And they learned that black mother's milk was better. I'm starting to wonder. I just had a thought. I wonder, is that why they come up with this baby formula? For them. Look, the children of slaves grew healthy while many white families lost their children to ill health. This made Westerners, this is white folks, force slave mothers to breastfeed their white children so they could develop better and survive early months of childhood. See, when they come over here, they were sickly and all kind of stuff. That's why they learned that the black mother's milk was better for their children than their own milk. Remember, Eve is called the mother of all living. Let me see what verse that is. It's in Genesis. Genesis 3:20. Genesis chapter 3, verse 20. Let me unshare my screen right quick. Let me unshare my screen. The name Eve got a meaning. Adam called his wife named Eve because she was the mother of all living. Genesis chapter 3. Everybody came through the black woman. Everybody, even the giants. All right, let me get back into this. And this right here is telling you why the black woman's milk is better, is healthier than the white woman's. Y'all see what it says right there. Let me move on. So if she want her children to live, so she can pass down her ill-gotten gains, she gonna orchestrate some rapes on the black woman to keep her pregnant so her child will have milk. But you got to worry about this black boogeyman. See, she gonna orchestrate rapes on the black woman to keep her pregnant so her child can leach off the milk of the black woman. Let me give it to you in raw, in street terminology. That's what's going on. While they want to holler rape on black men, while they ignore all this stuff here, ignore all this stuff. Yeah. Her hands are just as dirty as her man. Yeah, that's right, Yahuwah's kingdom. If we come from monkeys, then why is they got thin lips like the monkey? If you say that black fur off that monkey, why that monkey got fur that's similar to your hair? If we come from monkeys, why the monkey got more? I'm not saying that you come from monkeys, but I'm saying you got more characteristics of that monkey than we do. That's what I'm saying. All right, but y'all see what it is. Y'all check this article out. You might have to type this in because I don't know how long they'll every now and then they'll shift it. Type that whole thing in. See that? Just type that whole thing in. You want to read that. I'm tired of this black boogeyman. That's what you were talking about, Yahuwah's kingdom. She was raping a black man. Yep. That's what you were talking about earlier, child of light of the Most High. That's what you were talking about earlier. Yeah. Let me show y'all something. How many of y'all familiar with Jelani Day? Y'all heard of Jelani Day? The black doctor that come up dead. Let me show y'all some pictures. Let me show y'all some pictures. What he at? Let me see here. Let me show y'all some pictures. This is him before he died. Look. I'm just saying, what's wrong with this picture, y'all? What's wrong with this picture? This man was a doctor. They say he killed himself, but the plates come up missing off his car. What's wrong with this picture? See if I got any more. Look, look, look. There you go. There you go. See, I do this to debrief the debrief our people. Some of us don't understand the fight we in. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to y'all. Let me see here. Let me see. Can I go back? Let me see here. Let me see if I got them in here. Can't get past that. Let me see. Let me try something else. All right. Here's another one. That's the same picture, but it's just showing all these Beckys up in now. And don't nobody know nothing. Y'all, don't nobody know nothing. Notice how everybody get quiet when we end up when one of us is dead. Everybody quiet. Okay, what about the Arkansas guy? Let me see. The Arkansas football player just got drafted into the NFL. Let me see, can I find it? Let me see, can I find it? Just got drafted into the NFL. All them Beckers around. See, now what's to stop them from hollering rape 20 years from now, like they did Bill? Holler rape and take all his money. Let me see. Let me see here. But anyway, he was surrounded by a bunch of white men, white women. Here you go, right here. Here you go. He got the call. He going to the NFL. Let me show y'all. Let me unshare my screen. Let me unshare my screen. Y'all teach y'all sons. Teach your cousins, your nephews. This ain't no game out here. The black guy, look. He got drafted to where he going, to Tennessee? Y'all better give him the game. Tell him what's going on. Then something happened to him. He died. All that money is going right back to the oppressors. All right. Let me see if I got anything. I pretty much done said what I had to say. That's pretty much. Yeah, I don't pretty much. You know, I got to hit this. I got to go over this. I got to go over this. I got to go over this. Black men exonerated of rape. Look. Just look. Let me see what some images. See, they don't even, a lot of times these white women don't even have to prove it. Look, you had what, the Central Park 5? She didn't have to prove nothing. Okay, Rosewood, she didn't prove nothing. Okay, Black Wall Street didn't prove nothing. Yeah. If she can't use your comb, don't bring her home. He said, what if a black woman killed her? Because they're gonna lock us up. That's for certain. We ain't supposed to be mixed marrying with these folks. If you're gonna be Hebrew, if you're gonna be the people of the book, be the people of the book all the way. You gonna obey the Most High? All the way. Look, Groveland 4. It's another one. 4 black men accused of rape exonerated after 7. They dead now. What is an exoneration? And you dead. These folks see stuff like this. As we know it now to be. Make me think they playing games with us.
Tonight, a judge dismissing the convictions of the Groveland 4.
Yeah, they are now officially innocent men in the eyes of the law, 72 years after they were wrongfully convicted of a crime they did not commit.
It's the state's position that this evidence, as we know it now to be, no longer supports these convictions.
And I'm grateful for my position as the judge who has the unimaginable privilege of being able to grant the state's motion.
This all happened because of new evidence. Fox 35's Dave Puglisi talked to a family member right after that judge's ruling.
They know they women lie.
This historic courthouse that the Groveland 4's first case was held over 70 years ago. It was only fitting that the families reunited here again to help write the final chapter.
It's been a long time coming.
Tears flowing in a Lake County courtroom as a judge approved a motion to dismiss the convictions of Charles Greenlee, Walter Irvin, Samuel Shepard, and Ernest Thomas for a crime they did not commit.
It's a phenomenal final chapter.
See, that's another thing. We got to stop all this joyful. What's to be happy about? You're gonna be happy, go home and be happy. See, this sends a message to these devils. They'll be all right. They ain't gonna be angry. That sends the wrong message. You need to send a message of disgust, frustration, and anger. Yes, anger. Bible said, "Be angry and sin not." That at least if you do that, they'll be more careful. But if you keep on just doing this, not saying nothing, the wheels gonna keep turning. I got to get off of that. Let me see here. Yeah, I saw that. I saw your comment. Yeah, but they dying off. Yeah, they dying off. And you know what? And I feel nothing. Here go another one. That's for Groveland 4. But it's more. It's more. All you gotta do is a little digging. But don't forget them. Don't forget them. Y'all know Elvis was a child molester, don't you? Y'all know Elvis was a child molester, a pedophile. I did a video on that probably a couple years ago. But all right, nevertheless, that's all I got. Any questions? Yeah, they dying off. I think I'll dig into that. I don't know when. I think. But they dying off. That's why that's why they're pulling out all the stops. That's why they bringing these Ukrainians over here. That's why they bringing in all these Afghans and classifying them as white. They bringing these illegals over here, giving them money, putting them in places, hotels, so they can maintain their control. I'm not trying to take over. I'm not trying to take over their country no way. You know why I'm not trying to take over their country? Now, I'm not. Now, I agree that we should run some politics. Yeah, I'm not saying not try, but you know why I'm not trying to take over their country? Because the Most High going to destroy every nation on earth. I know the word. He's going to destroy every kingdom, every nation, every government on this earth and establish his. That's why I'm not trying to destroy America. None of that. But if a heathen get in the way, that's a different story. If they come, that's a different story. But as far as me trying to overthrow the government, I know what the words say. All right? Let us be wise as serpent and harmless as dove, but not be stupid as a fool. What I mean, stupid as a fool, be a doormat and let them kill you, punch you, rape your wife, molest your child, and you do nothing about it. And then you just do you forgive? I forgive you. They don't never stick. When is the white folks gonna forgive us? Why don't they ever stick when a black person does something to a white person that's hideous and atrocious? Why don't they ever stick the microphone in the white person's face and ask them, do they forgive? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen them stick a microphone in anybody else's face and ask them, do they forgive a perpetrator? Then why are they doing it to us? Peep the plot, all right? Whatever they selling, we ain't buying. Love y'all. Finna get on down if y'all ain't got no questions. All right. Yeah. You know what? That's why they having troubles. But love y'all. Y'all got any particular song you want to hear on the way out? Ain't but a few. Some of them I can't play because they're a copyright striker. I'm gonna wait a few more seconds. I'll play this, and then if I see
Señorita, come on. Señor, come on. Vámonos a la deriva, deriva,
Make way for the blues.
All right, I got you. Coming up judgment then. Love y'all too. Oh yeah. Thanks for the support. That encourages me to keep them coming. Let me type in judgment. D-Roll. Brother D-Roll. All right, here we go.
A lot of people got to decide the master coming back as this guy who's going to love everybody and rapture everybody off to heaven. That's not true. That's not the teaching of the Bible. The Bible says, that he does judge and make work.
All praises to the Father and His Son, the creator of the universe. Yeah, the giver of the laws and commandments, crucified for the sins of the whole earth. But y'all don't pay him no mind, y'all don't pay him no homage. I ain't tripping on him, y'all don't love him. Y'all too busy worshiping other guys, Christmas, Easter, Valentine. Yeah, y'all love sin. And these taxes ain't no help, they done closed up the doors to the kingdom. Matthew 23 and 13, tell me y'all some hypocrites. Y'all ain't even getting in the kingdom, and that's real. I've been walking with the word, trying to get to know the word. Another word, I've been reading script. I come to find out it's a different story when you understand the manuscript. It is false doctrines, all lies. Like going to heaven when we die. What else? Like eating catfish and pork rinds. That's abomination in the Lord's eyes. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before he return. Cause he ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, he coming back to set the record straight. Come on, he coming back to pass judgment. Cause he ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, he coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. 7 trumpets, 7 vows. Right after Jacob see his trouble, it's coming. He said the whole world gon' bow. Whether you hate him or you love him, it's coming. Got a war, you ain't keeping this commandment. You gon' perish when he come back with his army and the sword. Judgment has been handed down to him from the Father, and the title has been given Lord of all lords. You've been worshiping in vain though, cause you don't really know him like you claim so. At the day of judgment, he gon' tell you he don't know you either. And to the liquor fires, where you gon' go? All all you heathens and you Edomites. Yeah, Babylon gon' die that night. Yeah, talk a takeover, full overthrow. Yeah, the man of sin, he gon' burn slow. What you know about blood up to the horse's bridle? He gon' call all the fowls of the earth to come feast on the dead bodies, laying every word. You can read it, you been sinning, you ain't gon' be spared. I've been reading, you should get prepared. Yeah, I've been reading, baby, you should be scared. If you thinking the Messiah is a white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, that's deception at his highest. He gon' judge you with the highest when you kick against the laws and the commandments. That's the covenant, I'm standing on it. 10 toes down, and no use in playing on it. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures. And you better do it before he return. Cause he ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, he coming back to set the record straight. Come on, he coming back to pass judgment. Cause he ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, he coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but himself. He was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of fierceness and of wrath of God Almighty.